I wrote a message on Facebook in the group that some guys somewhere in Berlin are looking for a drummer to start a band. That was this guy over here.
So we met up at a concert in Berlin. I guess Aborted has played a show here, and came to me. Yeah, you want to start a band? I don't know. I have some musical skills, but I don't play guitar. So you could do it. So with the band, I started to play guitar, and after that we started to pick some members. We need bass, we need drums, and there we found Jonas.
Back in the day, so in the early days, we were like just playing some covers, jamming a little bit. He wrote some stuff that he scratched over and over again, so basically I had to relearn the same song over and over again over a time of 1 year. And yeah, over time he just wrote more and more songs, and eventually we finished our first EP, Bonds, and yeah, that's how everything started, with some covers, jamming, and some guy who had the most ideas for writing songs.
It's like we started as a metalcore band. The first song ideas came up, and I guess after 1 year, we have a bunch of songs, five to six songs, and after that we played our first show, and so on and so on. Yeah.
Max was more into like metalcore and stuff, so in the softer genres. He was evolving, and he was like, yeah, of course we want to reach as many people as possible. We want to touch the most feelings, the most hearts with our music. So we started as metal.
Not as a sellout. Not as a sellout,
of course. Something that we all enjoy. I mean, we all enjoy metalcore, of course. But our bassist Hagen, for example, and me, we were always more into deathcore, slam, and all this brutal stuff. Eventually, over time, he got more into this music, deathcore and slam, and then he started to write more about this genre. So we evolved over time because we showed him some great new music.
Yeah, it's kind of a whole new discovery, I guess. And an important thing is, of course, the guitar skills. For sure, there are some riffs that are a lot easier as a beginner to play. For example, like the simple metalcore riffs, like zeros and ones, some power chords. And now, yeah, it's kind of boring to play every time the same. So we evolved in this case. The atmospheric thing is something that interests me very much, because I study music, and so there is a big pool, like classical influences, like back in the days where Bach or Beethoven play some shit, and these influences I took and put it into our music. Basically, it's kind of everything we put together, like different music genres to create something new. But with Lorna Shaw or with Shrine of Malice or these guys, like it's our heroes, or especially my heroes. Yeah. After our EP was kind of break happened because a lot of members changed. That was the phase in our career. And after that, we tried to reach another level, to put our music on another level, and we need to focus on that, what we want to do. For now, it's the deathcore thing. And in this phase, we wrote a lot of singles, and we want to show them. Because as a band, it's really important to release a lot of stuff. Summer 21. Finally, there will be a full-length album of us. So I think it's like, at least you need to have one big album. After that, okay, 1 EP, 2 EP, 5 EP, it's okay. But as a band, you need at least one big album that represents your style.
That was something I actually talked about with him, because I heard the same, or wrote about this, the same thing, that releasing albums nowadays doesn't make much sense anymore. Because people are not listening to full-length albums anymore.
It's so fucking expensive.
In times of Spotify and all that stuff, and you always find something new, and listening to a whole album takes so much time. And of course, another big part is the money. I mean, we're all still young, we're buying new equipment. Producing a full album, of course, costs a fortune. of money, so that you can have good quality. Of course, we could just do something at home recording and home mixing, and fully made by him, like he do our demos all the time. But I mean, of course, we want to reach some people and maybe play in other countries. And if you
but nowadays the producing is on such a high level. There are a lot of small bands that have a huge production. It's insane. It's better to go into studio, to have the contact with the producer, that you can interact if you play something, and the real producing process.
You need a good progress in songwriting and in your songs, so that's the main thing.
And diversity is a keyword, I think.
If you look into the bands nowadays, how much they evolved, especially this blackened deathcore
so
niche
good.
that we're aiming for now, so damn technical. Or like deathcore bands that have a bigger death metal influence, like Angel Maker, for example. You can hear the classical knowledge behind the music.
Like music theory and stuff. And
music theory, I mean, of course you can make it very easy, and if you start a band, you just want to have fun, of course you play easy stuff, because that's the only stuff you can play at that time. We had some important shows that we would have loved to play, for example the Drop the Bomb show, which is
right over there.
over there too.
Yeah, Cassiopeia.
Which is one of the metal club show here in Berlin, like every month with dance floors and all that stuff, where always bands played back in the days. And we, of course, we wanted to play there one day.
Yeah, a lot of good bands played there.
And it was supposed to happen. But then Corona came around, and then was like, yeah, in 3 months. Then Corona was still there, of course, and maybe next year. And
no, the next chance would be in October.
maybe in October.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Maybe Putin is right, and he has an antidote for Corona. Who knows?
We are very happy to announce that we officially signed by Rising Nemesis Records, and these guys wrote us, I think, 1 week ago, and it was kind of, hey there, cool music. We have an eye on you for the past months, and would you like to have a deal? And so here we are.
Like a few days after releasing that new music video.
It was 2 days after the music video.
So
Hey,
unreal.
so good. So we're so happy about that opportunity, and it's so cool to team up with such a good label.
Probably where the most of my favorite bands are signed. Rising Nemesis.
I mean, it's a one-man record label. So shout out to Nazar. Man, we love you. It's so cool to team up with you now.
We just want to say thank you for everything. There will be a lot more coming. You will be pleased.
Stay tuned.